Page 1. Process server Alex knocks on the door. Nick sitting on a couch next to Becky. Nick opens the front door. Are you Nick Brooks?
Yeah, I'm not gonna help you.
Alex hands Nick an envelope. Nick looks at it confused. The return address is a law firm. Becky gets up from the couch, hands Nick hands her the envelope, and Becky opens it. You've been served. Alex walks away. Nick shuts the door. Becky reads the letter. Nick looks at Becky and sees her facial expression change from curious to angry.
What is it?
It's an eviction. We have 7 days.
Becky tosses the letter at Nick and runs to the bedroom. Becky slams the door. Nick picks up the letter off the floor. Nick reads the letter.
Becky, this is wrong. Please, come out here. Talk to me. We can fix this. It's a mistake.
Becky walks out of the bedroom with a duffel bag.
What's wrong? You paid the rent.
I made arrangements. They said...
Becky shakes her head and walks past Nick out the front door. Nick falls to his knees, crumples the eviction notice, and begins to cry. Exterior house, page 2. Nick pops the trunk of his car. Uncle Joe grabs a box. Interior house. Uncle Joe walks into the bedroom and sits down a box. Nick sits down another box.
It's not much, but it's a room.
I appreciate this, Uncle Joe. I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Son, being a veteran is not easy, but I'm here for you. Maybe think about joining a support group, too.
Thanks, Uncle Joe. I'll see if I can find one.
Nick sets up a television and video games. Nick plays video games. The sun starts to peer through the curtains. Nick lays down on the bed. Nick, about to fall asleep, hears a knock.
Breakfast in 10.
Nick pulls a blanket over his head and groans. Interior kitchen. Uncle Joe at the counter pours coffee, then walks and sits at the kitchen table. Nick, disheveled, enters and pours his own cup of coffee and joins Uncle Joe at the kitchen table.
Big day?
Nick shrugs. Uncle Joe frowns. Uncle Joe continues to read his newspaper. Page 3. Exterior of the church. Nick stands outside the church looking up at the architecture. Interior church. Nick walks into a support group meeting. Donuts and coffee sit on a table. A man named Carl greets Nick. Nick walks over and gets a donut and a cup of coffee, then sits down. Nick sits listening to several people share. Nick does not speak. Carl closes the meeting. Nick stands and starts to walk towards the door.
Hey Nick, how was it?
Yeah, I'm Nick. You're Carl, right?
That's me. You're welcome to join us at the diner across the street.
Yeah, I don't know. I should...
Come on, it's what we do.
Interior diner. Nick walks towards the diner with Carl. Interior diner. Nick sits with Carl and others at a table sipping coffee.
You ever golf? You should join us.
I've always wanted to learn. Sure.
Exterior golf course clubhouse. Nick and Carl set their clubs down for the caddy. Interior clubhouse. Nick and Carl sit at the bar. Over the loudspeaker, Carl, party of 2, tea time in 10 minutes. Please meet your caddy. Nick follows Carl to the door. Golf course day. Nick watches the way Carl stands and how he aims and swings. Nick sets his ball on the tee.
Just focus on getting it into the air. Then I'll teach you how to get it into the right.
Hey, was that good?
You really never played it? You're a natural, Nick. A natural.
Carl and Nick enter the clubhouse after the game. Carl waves down the manager, Peter.
Hey Peter, I want you to meet Nick. Nick's looking for a job. Any chance you got any openings?
I'm sure we could find something. Be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Nick thanks Carl and thanks Peter and shakes hands. Peter walks away. Nick thanks Carl and they leave the clubhouse. Exterior golf course. Nick in a collared shirt and slacks loads golf carts with clubs 4 members. Nick drives the car around to the waiting lane. Peter approaches and hands Nick an envelope. Nick opens it and sees his first paycheck. Exterior house. Nick pulls into the driveway of Uncle Joe's house. Interior night. Uncle Joe sits at the kitchen table. Nick enters. Nick hands Uncle Joe some cash. Uncle Joe looks shocked.
First paycheck.
Congratulations. You know, I told you, it won't take you long to get on your feet. It just takes time and effort.
Okay, then we have exterior Susie, 32, real estate agent, hands Nick keys to a condo. Nick takes the keys, shakes hands with Susie, and opens the door. Interior condo. Nick and Susie walk through the condo. Well, it's all yours now.
Thank you very much.
Nick shakes hands with Susie. Susie exits. Interior condo night. Nick walks into the condo with Debra, 22, young blonde. They begin kissing and moving to the couch. The end.